Hey guys, survival mode is one of the hardest things to get out of a lot of the time, and people don't realize they're in it often. And this is one of the biggest challenges that we face: is how do you get out of survival mode when you're subconsciously programmed to actually survive instead of thrive? Thriving is something that a lot of people don't know how to do in life, and so there's only like the 1%ers are the ones that are thriving, and we sort of can look at them and say, "Oh God, I wish I was like them. I wish I could be like them, but I'm only stuck in where I am." So one thing I want to hand to you is the way that you listen to the voices in your head that might be keeping you stuck is actually what creates the problem in the first place. And also the attachments that you have to the expectations of the results that you're looking for when you do put the work in. So there's a lot of people that I know who put loads and loads of work into their business, and they're still not happy, and they're making lots of money and they're still struggling. And the reason for this is they're missing some things deep down. And one of the things I've learned around working with people for such a long period of time is to focus on the journey, not the destination. And when you do this, you're going to start thriving in your life instead of surviving. So I've know my mum, she's probably not going to watch this, but my mum has been in survival mode in a business for a really, really long time. The coolest thing about this, survival mode does not make you broke. Very, very wealthy, very well established businesses that she's run for a very, very long period of time. So you do not have to be poor when you're in survival mode. It's a way in which you've got to click your approach. So when you're thriving, there's a different set of circumstances, and thriving can do one problem sometimes. If you're naturally in survival mode and you start thriving, you can actually start leveling out and then going down a hill again. So what's really important around your human psyche is that survival mode can be a mental thing, and it can be a way in which you think, the way in which you understand life to be. And there's so many ways in which we actually run survival mode. So even if you're successful, you could still be running some problems in other places that are creating survival mechanisms in you. So one of the things that I'm really good at, I just absolutely nailed one of the Academy members today with a particular thing, and he's always said to me this: Jason, you always find the exact thing I need at the right time. And that's what I've done for many of the Academy members. And I have that unique ability to pinpoint where people are stuck, but also have that natural ability to get people to move into a thriving zone in a very, very different way. There's an inner thriver, not just the outer thriver. So when we look at the world, we think thriving means we've got a house, we've got all of those things, and everything's working. I have a great house, have investment properties, and all of those things don't really mean too much to me around the thriving part. So there's an inner thriver that comes deep down. And that's the part that people don't really look at around thriving. And a lot of people are in survival mode because of their inner sanctum and the way that they think and look at the world, and they don't verbalize these things that they're really struggling with. So it's really important that we learn to be able to jump in and get some help to actually get ourselves momentum on the inner game, because the inner game is what is going to make you feel three things: love, peace, and joy. Actually comes from an internal mechanism. It never comes from your outside experiences. Have a house with 4 toilets, who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. That's not what's going to make me inner peace. It's not going to make me inner love. It's not going to make me inner joy. None of those things actually really, really matter. What really matters is what's sitting on the inside that you can't see. And this is what we can build to help build your inner game, to help make your outer game a better one. If you want some help, come and catch up.